The world of women's football was shocked and deeply saddened by the sudden passing of Matt Beard this week, who died at the age of just 47. Matt was a hugely popular and successful figure in the women's game, who led Liverpool to back-to-back WSL titles, as well as winning promotion with the Reds and with Millwall, and leading Chelsea to the FA Cup final. He will also be fondly remembered for his time in charge of West Ham United and Bristol City, and for the way he helped promote and grow the women's game. In his memory, a minute's silence was held before kick-off in the matches taking place in both the WSL and WSL2 on Sunday, and Liverpool's fixture against Aston Villa was postponed. A highly emotional edge to another hectic WSL weekend. Headlining on the pitch was a mouth-watering clash between two potential title challengers with 100% records to defend at the start of the season. Something had to give as Manchester United hosted Arsenal.
And so the division's two top scorers lock horns this afternoon in the sternest test of their title credentials so far. With 9 goals apiece from their opening 2 games, Manchester United and Arsenal have been the early pace setters in this Women's Super League season. Well, let's take a look at the team news, starting with Manchester United. And Mark Skinner makes 2 changes from United's Champions League qualifying win. Jade Riviere has not recovered from the knock she picked up on Thursday, so Fridolina Rolfo is handed her full Red Devils debut. Celine Bizet passes a late fitness test to return to the Manchester United attack, while midweek hat-trick hero Elizabeth Turland is one of just 6 outfielders on the United bench. Renee Slager's 2 alterations come in Arsenal's attack. Olivia Smith was particularly close with Matt Beard, and she's been reinstated to the starting 11 this afternoon, while Stina Blackstenius' second-half efforts against West Ham United last time out have earned her a first start of the season. Katie McCabe retains her place on her 30th birthday as part of an unchanged back 5. Chloe Kelly, who was absent from the Gunners' trip to East London last Friday, is back among the substitutes. And so we are up and running at Leigh Sports Village, and thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. I'm Max Jones, alongside me is Luke Chambers, and Luke, it's a huge chance today for these 2 sides to lay down a marker at this very early point in the season.
Yeah, absolutely, and with Chelsea winning earlier on, it's a real chance for them to sort of re-engage that rivalry that picked up at the start, going into the end of last season, chasing that second spot. So it's one they'll really want to come out on top, and they'll be right up for the game, both of the sides.
Letizia looking long, Mallard in behind. She is the form striker for United. She goes for goal early, and it's beaten away by Van Domselaar. She wants a handball, Mallard. Kirsty Dow shakes her head, but less than a minute into this game, Manchester United with a huge chance to catch Arsenal napping. Letizia encouraged to step out of defence, finding Bizet. Nice play by Park. In comes the ball. Oh, it's been spilled by Van Domselaar, and Toon's there. Last-ditch defending by the Gunners, and somehow they managed to deny Manchester United.
Real opportunity there. It's a great bit of play down the right-hand side from Zighiotti, and a great ball in for Bizet. Mallard doesn't get onto it, but it's the pressure, I think, on Van Domselaar where she just spills it, and there's a real opportunity for Manchester United to take the lead there.
Caldente away from Park. A shooting opportunity now for Smith off the crossbar. Well, we saw exactly what she was capable of in the opening game of the season. Olivia Smith very nearly had a second Arsenal goal.
It's brilliant play on the second ball, and Smith gets the shot off, and it looks like it's almost taken 2 deflections, potentially one off Letizia, and it looks like a fantastic save from Tullis Joyce.
Little on a surging run of her own. Smith's ball in, and it's claimed by Tullis Joyce.
Absolutely brilliant bit of play down the right-hand side as well. Lovely weighted ball through to Smith, just waited for the right opportunity, and she gets in behind Sandberg there and just left it too close to Tullis Joyce there, but she gathered it well.
Here's Caldente, able to roam forward herself. It's a searching delivery, looking for Stina Blackstenius, who got underneath the ball, which trickles agonisingly wide of that far post.
I think she's trying to curl it onto Blackstenius' head. It's just one that's lofted up and just drifts out, luckily.
Janssen beaten to it by Blackstenius, and away comes Alessia Russo. Stinging the palms. Fallon Tullis-Joyce.
This is the difference in between the performances of the two sides. Arsenal are really going for the pressure when the opportunity is there for them to turn over the ball higher up in Manchester United's half.
Little trying to float one in for Smith. Difficult chance, that one, always heading away from goal.
Little has been really good in controlling the game for Arsenal, and the weight of the pass is almost perfect for Smith.
Ford able to capitalise on the slip. Caitlin Ford, inches wide off that post.
Huge opportunity for Arsenal. She does so well, and the runners create the space for her. Russo goes round the outside, so does McCabe, but a real let-off for Man United there.
A round of applause there from all corners of the stadium in the 47th minute to pay tribute to former WSL manager Matt Beard. Park. Can she be the creative spark that United need? There's the shot from Zigiotti. It was always rising, and it wasn't too far away.
Brilliant bit of play from Park, driving forward and just bringing other players into play. And Zigiotti, first touch is brilliant. It just can't keep it under the crossbar. Really encouraging sides there from Manchester United.
One back with Frida Morgan. A chance to shoot! Always looking for that top corner, Frida Morgan. Very nearly making an instant impact from the bench.
It's a really good strike, but she can't keep it on target. Just curls away at the near post, and that's another opportunity to Arsenal, but it goes begging.
With 2 minutes remaining, it is Manchester United on the front foot. Ella Toon going for goal. And Van Domselaar had it covered.
Yeah, good bit of play from Park, gets it into Toon, and she has a good first touch, gets it out onto her right-hand side. But again, I think there's so many Arsenal bodies round the shot, it's very difficult for her.
And there it is. And while both teams preserve their unbeaten starts to the season, there will probably be feelings of what if. They had chances each side to score in this game, but for some fantastic goalkeeping by Fallon Tullis-Joyce and some wasted opportunities by Manchester United, it means it finishes here at Leeds Sports Village. Manchester United 0, Arsenal 0.
We wanted to go here for 3 points, so we're disappointed. We knew it was going to be a very hard game, and we know that the games against United are often very tight. I think what we do really well is the things we do out of possession. Even though we give away a couple of things, we always want to do things better, but we keep a clean sheet, and the players on the pitch work really hard to keep the clean sheet. And that's the foundation for us to be able to do things forward. Unfortunately, I think in the final third we didn't have the quality like we usually do in our decision making and execution.
Did you feel you did enough for all 3 points?
Yeah, potentially, yeah. I think the chances created, I think we can score them. Arsenal huffed and puffed, and they had a few opportunities. I don't think Fallon's had saves to make though either, so it's probably one of those games, probably ends in a draw deservedly for both teams, because you'd probably be a bit disappointed if you didn't take a point at least. But it wasn't for the want of both teams trying, and I think that was the key detail. Sometimes it's a ball draw, but actually both teams were trying to win it, which I think is credit, as I say, to both teams.
Welcome back to our roundup of another fascinating WSL weekend. A trip to face the champions is always a daunting task, But fresh from their victory over Liverpool last time out, Leicester City were up for the challenge and ready to dig deep against the Blues.
Leicester City in their bright pink away strip. Can't miss that. Chelsea will be in their traditional blue. Well, let's take a look at the starting 11s, shall we? 3 changes for Chelsea from the side that won at Villa Park last weekend. Niamh Charles is out with an ankle injury she picked up in that 3-1 win. Joanna Carnerid and Guro Reiten are benched. Erin Cuthbert comes into the midfield. Sandy Baltimore will offer the home side some width. And teenager Vila Berman comes into the defence for her first start of the season. There's 2 changes to the Leicester City lineup after that magnificent win at home to Liverpool last time out. After playing a significant chunk of the game with 10 players, Shannon O'Brien serves the first game of her suspension today. Sari Keys also drops out, which makes room for Lynn Rickstatia in attack, and Heather Payne comes into defence for her first Leicester start after joining from Everton in the summer. Here's Thibaut. Lead inside, good hold-up play by Rickstatia. That's a clever flick as well by Macario. Captain ends up on the floor, but gets the throw in. As Alay prevents it from going further down the line. Ellie Carpenter with their first opportunity to progress into the opposition half. Rick Passmore hasn't taken a seat yet. Here's Macario trying to find a way through the wall of pink. Might find a better opportunity now. It's very loose on the edge of the penalty area. This is the chance, and we have the opening goal at Kingsmeadow. Slammed in by Aggie Beaver-Jones. Well, it was a little bit scruffy. It was a little bit scrappy around the edge of the penalty area. But if you give Aggie Beaver-Jones an opportunity from there, she will slam it home. And that's exactly what she's done. 3-3 for her in the WSL this season.
She's always so alert. It starts with Aggie Beaver doing great work from the throw-in. And again, recycle the ball. And Berman, because she's left-footed, she offers great balance. She's composed. And like you say, look at Aggie Beaver-Jones in the centre. But Aggie Beaver, she's alive, she's sharp, she's on the back shoulder. She's looking for any kind of mistake. And that's it, 1v1 with the keeper. She's not going to miss from there.
There's a few familiar faces here at Kingsmeadow this afternoon. As the supporters hoist their support. That's a clever turn from Beaver-Jones. Spins away from her marker. She's got 2 in the middle. Beaver-Jones, she might not need them. She goes right instead. It's Ellie Carpenter, struck straight at Janina Leipzig. A great counter-attack down the left-hand side. Aggie Beaver-Jones with a wonderful turn. And she made the right decision there, playing it to Carpenter, who unfortunately put it down the throat of the goalkeeper.
Yeah, Burrell gets so tight too early, doesn't bring her down. But again, look, the William runners from Captain Ellie Carpenter, and then it's just about decision-making and composure from Aggie Beaver-Jones.
Captain tries to float it out to Sandy Baltimore, who we've not seen too much in possession so far. Cuthbert might open here for the Scots. She gets a strike in, and it's saved brilliantly by Leipzig. Palms it away, but it just opened up there for Erin Cuthbert, and why not?
Yeah, I think she stuttered a little, Erin Cuthbert. You know, could she have hit it on that first? She makes the decision. Could she have hit it now? And then she had another touch to settle her, which gives the Burrell chance to come out and, you know, make it harder, a more acute angle.
Macario back to Captain, stands on the ball. And that allows McLaughlin to step in and win it back, but that's not very smart at all by Van Egmond, who loses it to Cuthbert! Brilliant save! Janina Leipzig with a huge outstretched right arm and a big palm to keep the score at 1-0 to Chelsea, and that just looked like it was going to float over the top of the goalkeeper.
It was a really good effort, and Leipzig, she saw it all the way. Then what's most impressive is not to stay on the floor, to get up again, get that second rebound, because whoever's following in, but she made it look extremely comfortable.
Natalie Bjorn goes long for Beaver-Jones. Now Macario, a chance here for the American. Macario, good strike. Plenty of power in it, but straight into the hands of Janina Leipzig will take them all day, but the link-up play there with Beaver Jones and Macario, a wonderful sight to see. Now Baltimore puts her foot down. Baltimore has her shirt pulled but continues to run forward. Keeps it in play for winning a corner. Brilliant determined wing play by Sandy Baltimore down the Chelsea left-hand side. Chelsea looking for a second. Something off the training ground. An encouragement from a shot. Oh, what a save that is. Janina Leipzig flying towards her top corner. She's had an excellent first half, and the best save of the first 45 was definitely that last one. Berman. Thompson looking to sprint away down this left-hand side, away from Payne. It's a deep cross to the back post. There's the header! And saved by Leipzig. Well, it was Cuthbert who rose highest, and Leipzig had to hurriedly get across to that far post to make it look like a simple catch in the end.
Look at that for the quality of ball into that back post, and Erin Cuthbert knows she can make a run and really come and attack it.
Thibault looks up and doesn't see much movement in the middle. And eventually gives it away. I'm not sure if Van Egmond wanted that, but she has it now. Chelsea asking for the ball to go out, but under no obligation to do so. Leicester City as they come forward here. It's Ale in the penalty area. Bright flies in to make the tackle. And Ale will keep it in play. Still alive for Leicester City. That's clever footwork. And the shot comes in, and Hannah Hampton is forced into a save. Lynn Eiríksdóttir with the effort.
Really positive signs for Leicester in that last passage, how aggressive they were to win back the ball. Probably the best moment of the second half we've seen from them.
Here come Leicester City now. Ale with a wicked cross in. There's the header by Van Egmond. And I tell you what, that's one of the better opportunities in the second half for Leicester City. Floated in, but she could only glance it off her forehead and behind. And if she got more of a forehead on that, that would have been a much more dangerous opportunity. Tierney pulled back by Walsh. Foolish and unnecessary, really, from Walsh, who might be looking to escape without a yellow card here. But she has her name taken by the referee, Mel Bergen. Big moment for Leicester City. Tierney goes long, Bright with the header. Ayan, left-footed with the strike! Oh, it hits the crossbar! Van Egmond over! What an opportunity for Leicester City. In the 91st minute of this game, they're presented with probably the best opportunity they've had. The follow-up was offside against Van Egmond, but Hannah Hampton was scrambling across. And that is the closest that Leicester City have come to an equaliser in this game.
I mean, it's fabulous, isn't it? Hannah Hampton just about covered it, didn't she? But Amelie Van Egmond's clearly offside on the second phase. But this, and Rosella Ayan, that's a non-preferred foot, but again, it causes Chelsea a lot of problems.
Chelsea make it 3 wins from 3 in the WSL. Once again, Aggie Beaver-Jones on the score sheet, securing a huge 3 points for Sonia Bompastor's side as they look to go unbeaten once again. 3 for 3, a perfect start to the WSL season for Chelsea. As it finishes here at Kingsmeadow, Chelsea 1, Leicester City 0.
Again, it was a tough game, and I told my players before the game, every game will be difficult, so we know that. We knew from Leicester side they will coming here with a great mentality, being resilient. They are comfortable out of possession, and they were aggressive on the ball. So again, I think today was difficult to score more than 1 goal, which made maybe the game even more difficult for us. I think we just gave some hope to the opposition in that aspect. But again, we have room for improvement in terms of performance. We all know that, and we'll be working from Tuesday in training session.
Honestly, I'm so proud of the team. You can see the process. Everyone fought so hard. I think we were unlucky to concede that early. We had chances by ourselves. I think it's a really unlucky loss, but I'm just so proud of the performance here.
There have been some action-packed WSL battles between Brighton and Hove Albion and West Ham United in recent times. Not least a 9-goal epic a little under 3 years ago, which the Seagulls edged 5-4. So we hope for more of the same when we put them together again.
It has been a tough start for Brighton and West Ham to the new WSL season, but both will see this challenge today as a real chance to kickstart their campaigns, to get that first win on the board. Brighton, in front of their own fans, will be the favourites to do so, but they've only won one of their last 4 league meetings against the Hammers, who, after starting with successive defeats in London derbies, arrive with their own agenda this afternoon. The stage is almost set in the sunshine. Then let's take a check on the team news for you. Brighton make 3 changes to the side beaten at Manchester City last time out. Caitlin Hayes makes her first appearance of the season in place of Rachel McLaughlin. There's a first start for the club for Rosa Kafaji on loan from Arsenal, with Bex Rayner dropping to the bench, and Kiko Seika comes back into the starting lineup with Madison Haley missing out today. Fran Kirby, though, has been past fit, having been taken off at half-time in Manchester, more as a precaution, as it turned out. She scored the winner here in this fixture last season. The West Ham team shows 2 changes to that which lost to Arsenal. Kinga Shamik is back in goal, having recovered from the injury suffered in the opening game against Spurs. It meant she missed her first ever WSL game since signing for the club, having been ever present last season, but the Pole's absence has proved to be for just that one match. She is straight back in for Megan Walsh today. The other change is also a notable one, as Anna Chiki makes her Hammers debut, having joined this month on loan from Spurs. Amber Cisak drops to the bench as part of a tactical reshuffle, Rehan Skinner reverting to a back 4 this afternoon. Desperate to pick up their first points of the season. Plenty of positives, says Skinner, from the performances, even in that heavy defeat against Arsenal. Brighton did pick up a point here in their opening game against Aston Villa and led at Manchester City last time out as well. Can they back it up in front of the home fans today? Rehan Skinner at the start of her 3rd season in the job now as West Ham's manager. That was a little risky, and Brighton have it back in dangerous territory with Kirby. And Chimang! And surely on the follow-up, no. Well, incredible save from Shamik, who found herself in the right spot to keep out Mishan Adjemang. She must have thought that was her moment. It's going to come here for Kirby. That usually spells trouble. Wider for Kafaji. Denton again sticking to her task, preventing the cross from coming, albeit at the expense of the corner this time.
It's a great battle between those two out here on the left-hand side.
Fran Kirby to take. A deeper delivery this time, but a towering header is in! And Brighton have made the breakthrough. And it comes from the Seagulls set piece. This time, it was perfectly placed. Caitlin Hayes might just get the Seagulls season up and running here on her first appearance of it.
Fran Kirby delivered that on a dime, straight on Hayes' head there, and she's not had a lot to do. It's a great header, but essentially she's just had to basically keep that on target and use the momentum of the delivery that Kirby's put in there, and it's a deserved lead for Brighton.
West Ham have lost it in dangerous territory here, and it bounces off the top of the bar. That was not far away. Out of very little, really. There didn't appear an awful lot of danger.
And again, it's the Brighton press, reading the triggers, jumping, going all together, and Simon's picking it up. You know exactly what she's trying to do. She's had a look to see where the keeper is, and she's executed that really, really well. Very unlucky, just clipped the top of the crossbar, and that should be a real warning shot for West Ham about the areas that they're looking to play in.
Kirby gets the beating of Denton again and then delivers dangerously. Seika. And again. And Seika scores! And doubles the Brighton lead. Really smartly taken after some neat Brighton build-up. And they're 2 up against West Ham. And just a little bit too good for West Ham at the moment.
Picking the ball up here on the edge of the 18-yard box, a little give and go and a great finish across the keeper into the bottom corner of the net, and it's nothing more than Brighton deserved, to be honest. You know, their work rate off the ball to try and win it back in those higher areas has created that opportunity, and they finished it really well.
Here comes Nadozi, and this time it has cost her. The challenge there has been penalised by the referee, who points to the spot. Fionn Morgan brought down by Nadozi right on the edge of the area. Big moment. Vivian Asseyi, West Ham's record WSL goal scorer, is going to assume the responsibility from the penalty spot. This to get them back in the game. Asseyi converts coolly, kept her nerve, and just 5 minutes into the second half, it is game on again. It's just the start to the second period that West Ham United needed.
They did need it. You know, I think the first half was pretty disappointing by their standards, and as we said, this next goal was always going to be important. Really good finish there into the side netting, and a lot of pressure on that penalty kick, and it's what you want from your leaders to step up and execute, and West Ham are now back in this game.
We come again here for Brighton. That's a brilliant effort. Oh, wow. They're back in front. It didn't take too long. Kafedji, making her first start for a new club, announces her arrival at Broadfield Stadium in style.
Pressure again from Brighton, a feature of both sides now, that counter-pressing in the higher spaces and cutting insides, and a great finish from Kafedji here. Left the keeper with no chance into the top bins.
This is Simons who swings it in, and Kafedji on the end of it. That was nearly another one, flashing across the face of goal this time.
That was a golden chance to finish the game off, I think, and you can see she's quite frustrated at herself.
Asseyi sizing up the cross, it's a good one as well. Wakey was attacking it off the line, and out for Gorry and blocked away. Still, it won't quite go in for West Ham. Morgan this time might get another go. That Brighton defence coming under real pressure. This is some game now.
Well, I tell you what, Ajaman may not have scored a goal, but she's just saved one there, and good numbers in the box from West Ham. Great header there to clear off the line, and gets out again here, and I think it may be her that blocks the next one as well. So what you want from your centre forward.
Yeah, twice in the way in her own area. Seika, that's a good turn, and that is Camacho straight into it. And nearly straight on the score sheet. After the lovely turn, she might well feel that she should have been.
Yeah, got herself in a great position there, and anywhere other than at the keeper, I think she scores there.
And there's quality from Kirby, slipping it through for Seika, kept her composure. And it didn't quite fall for Camacho in the middle, or for anybody else in blue and white, for that matter. Zadorsky. Wakey is wider. Still with Wakey. Morgan! And Nadozi down to make the stop. Importantly so, had her post covered as West Ham tried to pick her way through again.
It's Morgan again making that forward run into that space, and it's a really, really good save to keep Brighton with the 2-goal cushion.
Working with intent again, Seika here, and does come away with it, dances her way through, and it's off the post. And still the chance maybe, Oleslagers can't get the shot away, it comes for Kirby instead, and now Nordam. And Oleslagers, and in to wrap up the win for Brighton. They have the 4th goal that they've been threatening. And going into the final 5 of the 90 now, they are out of sight. Brighton have their first victory of the new campaign, and in some style for Dario Vidicic and his team, where it has finished. Brighton and Hove Albion 4, West Ham United 1.
being 2-0 up at half-time, we spoke what we wanted to do. We probably lost that a little bit, and then the penalty sort of shook us, so it took us a little bit to settle back into the game. The third goal did help, but I think it was, again, probably a little bit the scoreline. Was hanging above us, trying to get that first win of the season, being in a good position. Then we started to make just a couple of mistakes that we weren't in that first half. But, you know, overall, very pleased, you know, against a very tough outfit in West Ham. So good 3 points, plenty to learn from. And then we look forward to a tough week now with the League Cup coming up on Wednesday.
Welcome back to a roundup of the latest WSL action. It was understandably a spring in the Tottenham Hotspur step ahead of this weekend after 2 wins from their opening 2 games. A tough task awaited this time around, though, in the shape of Manchester City.
The players are with us here at the home of Leyton Orient. Khadija Shaw featuring tonight for Manchester City. 12 times she's netted against Spurs in the past. Beth England at the other end of the field will be hoping to do similar damage here tonight as Spurs look to protect their 100% record that they've managed to put together so far. Well, as Tottenham seek a 3rd straight win, Martin Ho makes 1 change with Charlie Grant starting, having played just 18 minutes so far this season. Josephine Rybring drops to the bench. Matilda Vinberg has shaken off a knock to take her place among the substitutes as well. Ashley Neville and Luana Bula aren't quite fit enough to join the group just yet. The visitors also make a single alteration to the side that started the win against Brighton as Aoba Fujino comes in for her first start of the season. Ayman BNA drops to the bench. Grace Clinton is also among the subs ahead of a potential debut, having recovered from injury. But Kanak, Murphy, Fowler, Davis and Lohman are all still unavailable for Andre Yeglets. Miedema. In towards Shaw, nice return there to Fujino! And Manchester City find a way through.
What a finish from Fujino. She puts that ball into the stanch of the goal. What a finish.
Aoba Fujino, who scored against Spurs last season, here nets against them once more. Given plenty of room on the edge of the area, and Spurs punished. This is nice combination play here by Manchester City. Caroline. The Brazilian with the step-overs. 4 in the middle, 1 is short, and it would have been heading goalwards had it not been for the block there from Hunt.
Great run from Caroline down that left-hand side, and, you know, very audacious effort from Bunny Shaw.
Everyone bunching in that 6-yard area. Tandberg trying to keep Shaw under control. It is towards Shaw. It's going to drop. Great save. Cobb manages to keep it out. That could easily have been 2-0. Great reflexes from the Tottenham goalkeeper. Fujino, who joined Manchester City from Tokyo Verdy last year. One of 3 Japanese players in the matchday squad for Manchester City tonight. Hasegawa, another one of them. Caroline. Gets beyond her marker there and wins the free kick. Well, 1 or 2 of these Manchester City players starting to take a few kicks. Spurs with everyone back. Greenwood measures the ball in. Once again it drops. Wahabi. And then knocked there by Pryor. And Tottenham, 1 too many times now, letting that ball drop right in front of their goalkeeper. Hasegawa. Miedema dumped to the ground. Shaw had started her run early, and she might yet get there. Just stabbed away by Hunt, who wasn't sure where Shaw was coming from.
Yeah, when Bunny Shaw presses, you know, she does it with such intensity that it definitely puts defenders, you know, makes them uneasy and puts them under pressure.
Flicked on, surely over the line. It's 2-0.
Great header from Miedema there from the Alex Greenwood corner. She just flicks it on, gets it over the line, and Spurs cannot get it out.
Viviana Miedema scores against Spurs once again. That's now the 10th time she's netted against them throughout her career. Wahabi.
Miedema. Caroline, oh, great pace, and the Brazilian could be in for 3 here. Caroline deflected, it is 3-0. Kerstin Kasperai this time, and Manchester City are running away with things.
Yeah, really easy finish from Kasperai in the end, but that run from Caroline down that left-hand side, and the pass from Miedema, obviously she gets taken out a little bit, but great pace down that left-hand side, and she's done brilliant since she's come on. Really good goal from Kasperai.
Manchester City, I'm sure, would like to add to the scoreline in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll want to, you know, go ahead now and win this game.
Could be in again here, City, and that's going to be a penalty. Lovely darting run by Oma Fujino. She's scored one, and she's probably now made one as well. And City could have a fourth.
Yeah, and I think absolutely no doubt in the referee's mind there that that's a penalty.
If this game isn't over, it certainly will be if Shaw scores from 12 yards here. Shaw focused and going through her own routine. It's Khadija Shaw, it's saved by Kopp, and away by England. Well, the goalkeeper is having some night here, and Khadija Shaw is denied.
I was going to say on her run-up, she looks incredibly nervous. You know, she's put it at the perfect height for the keeper, it's not in the corner, so good save in the end from Kopp.
Greenwood, Fujino. Hammered in by Kasperai, and Shaw.
That would have been very similar to the goal she scored at the weekend. You know, the diving header at the back post, but just got away from her just a little bit.
Caroline. She's going to be caught there again, this time by Naz. But Caroline doing so well. Fujino with a slice. Still there for Viviana Miedema, who scored once, but can't score twice.
Well, the deflection took it straight into Kopp's hands, didn't she? But again, Caroline down that left-hand side is absolutely brilliant. So tricky with her feet and keeps such good control of the ball to create a chance for a team.
Nicely helped on there by Miedema. Kasperai, Miedema off the line, and she can't force it home. Well, the chances that Manchester City are creating here are just about at the highest level. They're getting so close to that Spurs goal, but just cannot add a fourth. Caroline. It's got to be this time, and is a debut goal for Grace Clinton. Timing her run to perfection, and was able to simply roll it home to wrap up this victory for Manchester City.
Oh, what a really tidy finish from Grace Clinton there. Really happy for her, but I do think Kopp should have done a little bit better getting down to save that.
It's Tottenham 0, Manchester City 4. One back now by Blinkiller-Brown. City ready to move out. Clinton stands on the ball and gives it away. Holtz. Oh, that's a belter.
What a finish from Holt in there. Grace Clinton gets the ball stuck under her feet, but she gets it out left foot and absolutely smashes it into Kiara Keating's goal. What a goal from Holt.
She absolutely hammered it, and Keating was getting nowhere near it. Blinkiller-Brown. Certainly my first chance to see Manchester City this season. They've looked so fit and sharp all over the field, even with those coming on. Clinton has one on her debut, and a chance here. It is 5. It's Laura Coombs.
Oh, great finish from Laura Coombs in there, in at the back stick. Shot from Clinton that gets deflected right into her path, and she makes no mistake at putting that in the back of the net. Great finish from Laura Coombs.
One of the highest all-time appearance makers in the WSL. Gets her first goal of the season. And that is it. Manchester City with a statement of intent this season for sure. A fantastic display by Angela Jeglert's side. Martin Ho's winning start as Tottenham Boss comes to an end here at home and beaten by what will surely be one of the title favourites this season. It's finished here at the BetRite Stadium. Tottenham Hotspur 1, Manchester City 5.
I think it's a great performance. I think that we are able to play different kind of football with this team. We can play a possession game where we are controlling the game with the ball, but we also show that we can play a game where we are solid in the defending and working hard for each other and winning the ball high, winning the ball a little bit lower, and not conceding any goal-scoring opportunities against us. So I think it shows different phases of Manchester City this year.
Martin, a tough defeat at home today. What's your assessment of that performance?
Yeah, we, especially defensively and in the duels, we wasn't close enough, we wasn't combative enough. Yeah, we allowed ourselves to get pushed around too much, and that's not something that we're about.
Results-wise, it's been a chastening start to life in the WSL for London City Lionesses. After heavy defeats to Arsenal and Manchester United, they travelled to Goodison Park to take on the Toffees.
Well, as the two sets of players make their way out at Goodison Park, which is another talking point today, Everton women have made Goodison Park their preferred home. For Brian Sorrenton's Everton side, it's 4 changes from the defeat to Tottenham last week. The new centre-back partnership of Martina Fernandez and Rion Ishikawa keep their place in defence. Karen Holmgaard starts in the right-back position over Katie Robertson, who drops to the bench. Kelly Gago and Tony Payne, who starts for the first time this season, replaces Yuka Mamiki, and Van Gook leading the line. For London City Lionesses, only 3 changes looking for their first points of the WSL campaign. New signing Elena Linari comes back into the defence, having been dropped since the opening day against Arsenal. She partners with Wassa Sangar at the back, who makes her first start for the club on loan from Lyon. Isabel Goodwin keeps her place up top. Fernandez calls for it. Lani. And another corner kick for London City. Good play.
Yeah, good play. She was the only one to effort any type of width there, Aslani. They're ever so congested, the Lionesses in the centre of the pitch.
Captain Aslani delivers it in. Excellent save on the line from Everton. Well, that was a clear-cut chance. And it's Wheeler putting her body on the line there to keep that ball out the back of the net.
Wow, it's as good as a goal from Wheeler. Not convincing on the first contact on this occasion, Everton. What a block that is from Wheeler.
Another corner kick for the visitors. Still alive. And there is Goodwin. And Isabel Goodwin will open her accounts for this season, and you can tell it was coming.
That's a brilliant finish from the young striker, who will have been itching to get off the mark in the WSL. Was prolific for them in the Championship last season, 16 in 20. What a finish that is.
Fernandez with an in-swinger in. Paris was there. Couldn't find the composure to place it on target, and it goes just over the bar.
Yeah, just leaning back, but she applauds the delivery. It was really good, patient play.
Payne falls in the box. It's not enough for a penalty, but Everton are pushing.
Yeah, and the fans aren't happy, but actually, nice exchange there between Tony Payne and the referee. There's no appeal, there's no body language from the Everton players, which is usually telling. Oh, it is shoulder to shoulder, but I'm surprised she didn't appeal a little bit more for that one, Tony Payne.
Nice. Here is Gago. Inside the box, gets round her player. Save from London City again.
Lovely shimmy this was from Gago. First time we've seen her really have a couple of touches in the box where she's actually facing goal.
Here come London City, and Isabel Goodwin charging down that right-hand side. She's going to go herself. Was that a strike or was that a cross?
Oh, it was definitely a strike, and she actually earned it. I know probably her teammate wanted the pass, but the way that she gobbles up the ground on the counter-attack, Goodwin.
And here is Payne for Everton. In-swinger in. And it's a good save in the end from Lete. That was dangerous.
Yeah, she had to be alert to it, Lete. I don't want to do Payne a disservice, but I'm not sure how intentional this was as a shot. Again, really positive with the skills. Looks to get to the byline. She doesn't even look up, so I think she's just trying to chip that one to the far post towards Kelly Gago.
Here comes London City as Lani. Here's Lindstrom. Advantage was played. She's going to go for the shot! And it's just wide. Well, what a start that would have been for her in this game. On as a substitute. And you can see why she was brought on for moments of magic like that.
Well, we were all just waiting for the far corner of that net to ripple, because Brosnan would have been nowhere near it.
With through ball, here is Paris. Goodwin is in the middle here to get her second of the night. And just like that, it was a great cross from Nikita Paris. Easy for Isabel Goodwin.
Oh, it's a brilliant goal. It's a brilliant bit of forward play. Lindstrom, she's had a really good effect on the game. The reverse ball down the channel and the interchange of positioning between Paris and Goodwin. She's a striker herself. She knows exactly where she would want the ball. It's a well-deserved second.
Here is Everton. Oh, and it's a great save from Lete. And it's Vignola with the strike. Pouncing on her goal line, Lete. Hayashi for Everton. Mamiki is brought down, and it will be a penalty. Yana Fernandez, they're bringing that Japanese international Mamiki down, and now Everton have a lifeline in this game.
Oh, they really do. And look at that Japanese connection. It's a brilliant run from midfield, from Mamiki. They've made an instant impact, and it's clumsy from behind.
Yuka Mamiki for Everton. And it's put into the back of the net. Bottom right-hand corner. And Everton are back in this. She won the penalty, she scored the penalty, and that's her first goal for the club.
It actually is very close to being saved by Lete. She guesses the right way. Mamiki, she's so experienced.
Mace. And it's still inside the box. Kerfuffle. And Vignola with a strike, deflected on the way out though. And she's disappointed that she didn't put that into the back of the net.
Yeah, and she's also disappointed that Stenovic just didn't hang her foot out, because there's a totally empty net. If she is alive to that, the substitute.
Well, we are over the 6 minutes of added time now in this game. And that is the final whistle. And what a huge result for London City Lionesses. They've come to Goodison Park and delivered a statement performance. Their first ever win in the WSL, their first ever points in the WSL. It's finished here at Goodison Park. Everton 1, London City Lionesses 2.
How important is that for the team to get your first win in this league, but also on the road?
Yeah, definitely. I think obviously we're a brand new team. It's hard getting together and everything. We've not had a pre-season together, but I think as the season goes on, we'll gel more and hopefully we get more wins. But no, yeah, absolutely brilliant one today.
Only one player playing WSL last season, so all the others need time to adapt to the intensity, adapt to the rhythm of this league. Isabel is a perfect example. Now she starts to adapt. Everything goes so much faster compared last season, but she proved she has the talent, and as soon as we will finish this adaptation, she can express the talent they have, and I have a lot of talent in this team.
I think the girls put everything they could into it in terms of trying to get goal scoring opportunities, which we also get, but also felt even from the referee side, everything dropped to their advantage. Like in the first half, 10 free kicks by us and 1 by them. And it's hard then to get rhythm and momentum. So yeah, I'm disappointed on behalf of the girls because I think they deserve more today.
So we've seen the action. Let's see how it all affects the standings. Manchester United and Arsenal were billed as battling for top spot, but their stalemate means that Chelsea are in pole position after 3 games. London City Lionesses are up and running with a win, and West Ham's defeat sees them prop up the rest. So that's your lot for another WSL weekend. We'll be back in a week to do it all again. Thanks for watching.